guys, Miss Patterson here. Today we're going to go over a lab, and this is going to be our pH lab with liver and potato. We're going to be checking the pH with hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, and we're going to have buffers, and we're going to put these together, and we're going to see what happens when we mess with acids and bases, with water, with liver, and with potatoes. All right, let's see what happens. Here are the items I have. I have sodium hydroxide. I'm going to have hydrochloric acid. I have my pureed potato. I have my pureed liver. And I have a buffer. We have 7.0 buffer for our buffer that we're going to use. So I'm going to start out with plain distilled water. I've got about 60 mils. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it in another beaker to help support it for when I put in my pH meter. My pH meter looks like this. I'm going to take the cap off, and then my little sensor is down there in the bottom. I'll turn it on, and then I'm going to put it in my solution. And then I'm going to watch where I go. All right, so now I'm getting to the point where my pH has set. I'm going to take 5 drops of hydrochloric acid, and I'm going to put it in my water, and I'm going to see what happens. So I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to carefully, and I'm going to let it sit, see what happens. Okay, I'm going to add 5 more. And I'm going to keep taking my readings till I've put 30 drops of fluid in here. So I'm doing 5 at a time, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to check my pH every single time. All right, I'm going to move on to base. Once you've taken your pH meter out of this, you're going to put it in some fresh water, and you're going to clean it, rinse it off. Okay. I now have some new solution. And this time I'm going to use my sodium hydroxide. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my pH starting out, and then I'm going to add 5 drops of sodium hydroxide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to stir it gently, and I'm going to let it read. Once it stops, I'm going to take my measurement. I'm going to add 5 more drops. I'm going to gently stir, and I'm going to let it sit till my pH levels out. And I'm going to do this again for the next few drops until I get 30 total drops inside. Okay, when you're done, remember, you're going to clean out, and we're going to get the liver. So now I have my liver, my pureed liver. It's just liver with distilled water. I'm going to put it back in here to support my inner beaker, and then I'm going to start over again. So let's bring in my hydrochloric acid, and I'm going to take the pH before, and then I'm going to wait till it stops, of course, and then I'm going to add my hydrochloric acid, 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to gently stir. I'm going to wait till it stops. And then I'm going to add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to keep going till I have 30 drops of hydrochloric acid in this solution. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. This time I've got sodium hydroxide. I have fresh liver puree. I've cleaned my pH meter. And I'm going to put my pH meter in here, and I'm going to start adding sodium hydroxide. I'm going to take my initial pH. Then I'm going to add 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to slightly stir. Okay. I'm going to wait till my pH drops or stops. It should try to go up a little bit. And then I'm going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do this with the liver puree until I've finished out my sodium hydroxide. And you're going to clean out your pH meter really well. So now I have my potato puree. Put that in. Bring in my hydrochloric acid. I'm going to do my initial pH potato. Then I'm going to take 5 drops of hydrochloric acid. Stir. Wait for it to stop, and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to do 5 more drops. And then I'm going to read it again. Okay. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing, this time with the sodium hydroxide. Let me get some new potato. Okay, so now I got some new potato. I'm going to take my cleaned pH meter. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to read it. I'm going to take my NaOH. I'm going to add my 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to add some more. 5 more drops. 5. And I'm going to do that until I have 30 drops in there. Okay. Okay, now I have my pH 7 buffer. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to take my pH meter, I'm going to put it in. And then I'm going to take my hydrochloric acid, 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait for it to get its reading. I'm going to do 5 more. Stir. Take my reading until I have 30 drops in this one. All right, let me get some fresh buffer. Okay, here's some fresh buffer. Go take my initial pH. Once I get that, I'm going to add 5 drops sodium hydroxide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stir. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stir. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that till I have 30 drops in that one. Okay, I'm going to make sure that you guys know that the hydrochloric acid is the acid, sodium hydroxide is the base. Okay.
All right, so that's the liver and potato lab.
And then I had to put 30 drops in of each.
So go
that's
ahead
how the lab
and do the
is set up.
lab. When you do the lab, you're going to write down all your data, and then we'll discuss it in class. Hope this was helpful. Bye.